Hello, everyone. Greetings to you. And let me begin by appreciating our volunteers that have been working tirelessly to make sure that the NextGen program progresses in their different communities across the continent. This is really appreciated. Thank you for the work you do, most especially at the primary school levels, and also at the secondary school level, all through from age 8 to 20, the different programs that we have. Thank you for the work you do. So today my presentation is going to be on taking us through the guideline for the WiM-Africa Gold and Diamond Discovery Club. And I want to use the Sierra Leone manual as a template for all other discovery clubs that have been established across the continent. And my presentation today will center around the, we have two clubs. We have the Gold and Diamond Discovery Club, and then we have the NextGen Club for age 13 to 20 for secondary schools, depending on how it is being called in your region. So, but today I am focused on age 8 to 13 implementation manual, which is the one we call the Discovery Club. That is WiM-Africa Gold and Diamond Discovery Club. So I have borrowed from the Sierra Leone chapter their own implementation manual, and I just want to quickly take us through the implementation manual. This manual is for both teachers and volunteers of WiM-Africa. So if you are volunteering in this section or in this particular activity of WiM-Africa, this manual is for you. So we just quickly go into it now. I will share my screen and I would expand that for you to see. I hope you can see my screen. So this is the manual. It's a very short manual and we will quickly go through it like very quickly. Yeah. So here it is. It says WiM-Africa Gold and Diamond Discovery Club, an initiative of women in mining Africa. And this is the implementation manual for teachers and volunteers. And this manual is targeted at equipping children within the ages 8 to 13 to be able to understand basics about the different activities within the club. Yeah. So let's move on. Facilitator. And let me say a big thanks to Priscilla Hawanato Kamara, that is also the national coordinator for the WiM-Africa Sierra Leone National Chapter, for the great work that she's doing. This is highly appreciated. So the table of content shows us what is in this manual. It's not so much of, I think it's about 7 pages manual, including the cover page. Yeah, but it just breaks down what is in there. And in the section 1, you have the purpose of the manual. Section 2, you have the program overview, what the club is all about and why this program matters in your community, in that primary school, in your community, why this program matters. Then section 3 will be the program objectives, and then section 4 will be the target audience. And then section 5 will be the program structure, and then section 6 will be the explaining the role of the teachers, the role of WiM-Africa volunteer, and the role of the school management. Then section 7 will be the delivery approach and the key principles of our delivery, our golden rules when you are implementing this program. And then section 8 is the session program, the core modules when you're talking to children. Don't forget, this is children between the ages 8 to 13. So there's a different approach to how you talk to them. These are kids, these are our babies. So the language, the presentation, the format is very, very different. So module 1 is introduction to natural resources. What gold and diamonds are. That's module 2. Where do minerals come from? Yeah, that's module 3. And then people in mining, we're teaching our babies to understand these basics about mining. And then, of course, at that age, we are already introducing to them women in mining. And then we have module 6, environmental awareness, the safety and responsibility. 7, the leadership and teamwork that is required in the mining space. And then the community and values, module 9, and then the wrap up. So you do not have to complete all of these modules in one sitting talking to children. They have a very short span for listening. So you have to plan it based on the ages. If he's age 8, you have to plan the time and mix it, spice it up with what would really interest them at that level. Yeah. So the teaching methods also is captured in section 9, the M&E framework that we have, very simplified M&E framework, and the simple tools to report is also captured in section 10. Then section 11 is the safeguarding and child protection mechanism that needs to be in place for this to be a success. So now let's go section 12. You have the materials required, the code of conduct for all facilitators. We want our children protected in the process of having this program executed. So also we have section 14, the success indicators, and so on. So let's dive straight into the document itself. So here you see the purpose. This manual provides the guide that you need as teachers, as facilitators, as school owners to be able to run and implement the Gold and Diamond Discovery Club in primary schools between the ages of 8 to 13. It ensures consistency of delivery. So this is the manual that we use all across, but we're borrowing this particular one from Sierra Leone because Sierra Leone is a gold and diamond hub of Africa. Yeah. So you will see that the manual was prepared focusing more on these 2 minerals because our children in Sierra Leone need to really focus on the resource that is currently being mined in the country. So we need consistency across all the schools in Sierra Leone, all the primary schools, whether it is in Kenema, whether it is in Bo, whether it is in Banff, whether it is in Kailahun, whether it is in, I know, like all the districts in Sierra Leone, right? Yeah, because I do some work also in Sierra Leone. So all of the districts, this is the format. However, you have to check the peculiarity about the children. If we have vulnerable children, disabled children, the format has to change, of course. So this should be a bit flexible, the same message, but presented in different format for the children. So section 2, the program overview. So the Gold and Diamond Discovery Club introduces children to the Sierra Leone natural resources, as I have said, the basic environmental awareness and the leadership and the ethical values that is required for them to know at this stage of their lives. And the program matters because Sierra Leone is rich in minerals, but many children grow up without understanding the value of these minerals, and most especially girls are excluded. They are not even interested. Nobody's talking to them about this. From the summary checks that we have done. So this is why we are now beginning to talk to them about this from WiM-Africa and through the platforms that we have in the in-country platforms that we have. So we want to build their awareness from that tender age, and we want to build their confidence from that tender age. This is the program overview, and the program objective is to build curiosity about natural resources, and also to introduce basic concepts of gold and diamonds to them at that tender age, and also to awaken their leadership and their teamwork skills from the tender age, and also inspire future interest for them to see science as a subject of opportunity, and they can build a career, from education, building into the opportunities in the science direction, most especially mining related fields. Then we have section 4, the target audience, which I have explained, and then section 5. Please let me emphasize a little bit about the section 4, the target audience. It's mixed gender. This does not mean that it must be strictly girls and the boys are excluded. They're all our children, yeah. please, the boys and girls, it's a WiM-Africa program, but it's for both boys and girls. I need to stress that. So, but we want minimum 50% girls encouraged to be in that class or in that club. Girls must 50%. So when you're reporting the progress or the activities that you have done, please make sure that you let us know how many percent are girls. Please pay attention and focus more on the girls. All right. So program structure, the duration, once you're implementing this manual, it should be between 8 and 12 weeks, but it's very flexible depending on the school's cooperation in terms of allotting time for this program to be able to be implemented. But you can have one session per week. It could be a short session. It could be more hours session that you can have. It could be between 60 to 90 minutes per session, and you should have ideally 20 to 40 students, and please 20 of those, if you're having 20 students, then 10 must be girls, 10 compulsorily, minimum number must be girls. So what is the role of the teacher? You are to oversee the club in the school. I believe you have a WhatsApp group set up, and where all the teachers are and the volunteers are there, and some government officials are also there. Thank you. A big thanks to our government officials who are also supporting this program at different levels, from the Ministry of the Mines, the Environmental Protection Agency, and Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs, all of the agencies, NMA also, National Minerals Agency, in Sierra Leone, that are supporting this. Thank you very much. So there is a WhatsApp group that everybody is in, and but the teachers, back to the roles, the teachers are to ensure the club is functional in the school. They are to oversee it, ensure discipline, ensure attendance, and support the WiM-Africa volunteers who may be coming in or following up or checking in on the club. Then you, as a volunteer, if you're a WiM-Africa volunteer, you have to lead the session, you have to make the teachers aware of the different aspects of this manual, and then deliver the activities, and but also the teachers can be volunteers as well. The teachers can also be volunteers, all right? So, and then the school management approves the program, provide the space, provide the time, provide support for the program to take place. And the school management is to also help us monitor the progress and monitor how this is being carried out in the school. So session 7 is session delivery approach. Key principles is that we keep it simple. Please make it fun. Make it fun for the children. Otherwise, they will lose interest. They will not be paying attention. Use stories, use games, use visuals, encourage participation, avoid technical language. These are not minors. These are children. These are kids. These are age 8 or even maybe less. Yeah, so if it's not fun, they will not be interested, but we want to catch them young at that age. So please make it fun for them. If children are not engaged, learning is not happening, really. So that's why I said in at the initial speeches that I just made that we should check the timing and attention span that you can get from those kids, and see how to make sure that you are engaging with those children. So module 1, as I have explained, is introduction to natural resources, is to help them understand what natural resources are and have relevant activities to be able to communicate this, show them pictures of gold, of diamond, what it is used for, what are natural resources, and have group discussion. And we have a script here that you can use. And then module 2, also the basic understanding, to show simple pictures as well. Gold, what gold is used for, what jewelry is, why is it so precious, and so on. And then we have the scripts that you can use over here, but please, the scripts are very, very flexible. The next is the materials. In the module 3, where do minerals come from? We also have the simple explanations and the scripts that you can use. So these are all the the scripts section over here that you can use. Please simplify it, make it the way you know your children, right? As teachers, as volunteers, you know the community, you know the way to pass the information that it will really sink in. So if English is not the best way to pass it, please pass it in any way possible through like in Sierra Leone, you can use Creole language if that is what in that local community a child could understand. By all means, we want to make sure that we engage with them at that level. Then okay, next is okay, generally this is still talking about, is it the models? Let me see, where did the model stop? Model 10, which is wrap up and showcase. All right. Then next is section 9. The teaching methods should be more of storytelling, drawing, pictures, games. Avoid long lectures. It won't work. It won't work. Avoid long lectures as much as possible. Then section 10 is the monitoring and evaluation tools that you should use. Attendance sheet. We want to have the completed attendance sheet. We want to have the feedback. What did you learn? What did you enjoy? Facilitators are required to take clear photograph snapshots of attendance sheets and feedback records after each sessions. Yeah. So the gender balance, we want a report regarding the gender balance, and your manual already has the link to be able to submit this report, and it's very simple to submit. There's less narrative and more very easy to submit. We made sure that we designed it that way. So if we do not receive this report, then it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It's important, very important to us that we receive the report from you. Section 11 is the safeguarding and child protection. It says all facilitators must treat children with respect. You must avoid inappropriate language or behavior with the children, your mentors, your teachers. So we expect high standard behavior from our facilitators as much as possible, and ensure a safe learning environment. And please, as much as possible, whether you're male or female, never be alone with a child in isolation during the implementation. Okay, we got a glitch, internet glitch. Are we back? Yes, we are back. There was a glitch just now. So I would share the screen back again. Next one. All right. Okay, here we are. So we were finalizing we have finalized the teaching method, the monitoring and evaluation, the tool, and how to report using this link. And we have also said that safeguarding our children is important. And then the materials that you can use, I've also mentioned that. Then the code of conduct, that's where we are, section 13. Please be patient. Be patient. Yeah, you may not have formal training as a teacher for this category of children. We please pleading with you to be very, very patient and be respectful. They learn from you. Once you give to them respect, you also get respect back. So please be respectful to the children, encourage all children equally, and pay more attention to children with disability so that they can participate properly, and then avoid favoritism and promote inclusion. We don't want discrimination that, oh, you're a girl or you're a boy, so you shift away as a boy. No, we're only saying that the minimum of girls in the classroom should be 50%. It doesn't mean that there should be discrimination in the class when the implementation is ongoing. All right, so next is section 14, success indicators. What does success look like? What does success look like? Children understand the basic principles. So if what success looks like is children understand the basic concepts, that you can confirm that, and that girls are actively participating, and that not less than 50% are girls. That is success to us. And also that the students show confidence when they're engaging with you. That is success to us. And that teachers are also engaged, teachers are interested, and teachers are willing to continue this activity even when you have left the space as a volunteer. Section 15 is reporting requirement. Each volunteer in a school, each school that you have visited should submit attendance record, as I have said, the session summary, the photos, and that is if photos are allowed, please treat it with respect. If photos are not allowed, you can skip that, but we need to have a feel of the activity. You could take pictures, but avoid the faces of the children. Depends on the extent of privacy that is being demonstrated in that location. Then we want to know about your challenges as well. Section 16 is the link to WiM-Africa strategy. This is strongly linked to 2 of our strategic focus areas and also to our 7-point program agenda, most especially the NextGen Women in Mining, the ESG and climate awareness, and the research and data. So section 17 is the checklist. When you're using this manual, this is the checklist, the implementation checklist. Before starting, you have to secure the school approval. Do you have the school approval? Are the teachers, are there teachers assigned to you? Are there volunteers trained using this manual? And are the materials ready? And then during the activity, what is the attendance taken and activities are delivered? So you have this implementation checklist, okay? Then the section 19 is implementation model, school delivery model. And then my conclusion is that this manual provides a structured and practical framework for you to effectively implement the WiM-Africa Gold and Diamond Discovery Club across the schools that is being focused upon, in this case, Sierra Leone. So all facilitators are expected to please adhere to the guidance provided to ensure that we have consistency in the message that we are passing across the country. Consistency is important. Quality delivery is important, because we want to have measurable impacts at the end of the day. So when you complete this session, all required reports, including attendance record, the summaries, and all supporting documents must be submitted through the official reporting portal. When you submit, your national coordinator will receive your submissions, and also the WiM-Africa headquarters in Abuja will receive also your submission. Thank you very much, and thank you once again for the work that you do. God bless you, and have a very, very nice day.